In 2003, a man named Andrew Carlssin made headlines for a bizarre and baffling case that seemed to defy logic. Arrested by the FBI for alleged insider trading, Carlssin had turned $800 into a staggering $350 million in just 2 weeks by making 126 consecutive stock trades, all of which were successful. Such precision was unheard of, even among the most seasoned Wall Street investors. What followed, however, turned the case into something even stranger, a tale that blurred the lines between reality and the fantastical. Carlson's initial arrest stemmed from his uncanny ability to predict the stock market's every move. The FBI was convinced that he had either access to non-public information or was operating some sort of elaborate scheme. During interrogation, agents pressed him to reveal his sources. Carlssin, instead of denying the allegations or feigning ignorance, dropped a bombshell. He claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2256. The FBI agents were incredulous. Carlson's story sounded absurd, the stuff of science fiction rather than criminal investigation. He explained, however, that in his time, the stock market's fluctuations were historical facts, freely accessible to anyone with a basic understanding of financial records. His trades were not based on insider information, but rather on historical data that he knew with absolute certainty. His intention, he claimed, was not to draw attention, but to accumulate enough money to fund his stay in the 21st century, as he had been stranded here by a mishap during his time travel. To substantiate his story, Carlssin reportedly offered to reveal information about significant future events, including the location of Osama bin Laden and a cure for AIDS. He also promised to provide schematics for futuristic technologies. However, he refused to divulge details about how time travel worked, fearing it could be misused if it fell into the wrong hands. The FBI, understandably skeptical, dismissed his claims as an elaborate ploy to evade prosecution. Yet, his offer to predict future events piqued their curiosity. As news of Carlson's arrest and his extraordinary claims leaked to the media, the story captured the public's imagination. Was it possible that this unassuming man, whose trading activity defied all odds, was telling the truth? The case drew comparisons to science fiction tropes, and conspiracy theorists seized on the narrative as evidence of hidden government programs and advanced technologies. Carlson's story, however, was not without inconsistencies. For one, there was no record of his existence prior to 2002. He had no verifiable background, no traceable family, and no documented history. Investigators who delved into his past came up empty-handed, further fueling speculation about his true identity. Some speculated that he might be using an alias, while others suggested that his claims of time travel, as outlandish as they were, might explain his lack of a past. Adding to the mystery was Carlson's demeanor. Those who interacted with him described him as calm, cooperative, and oddly confident. He did not appear to be a con artist or someone who would orchestrate such an elaborate scheme for attention. His responses during interrogation were detailed and coherent, albeit implausible. He seemed genuinely convinced of his story, which made it difficult for investigators to dismiss him outright as a fraud. The case took another turn when Carlssin began predicting minor events with surprising accuracy. During his time in custody, he correctly foretold fluctuations in stock prices, weather anomalies, and even a minor earthquake that occurred days later in a remote region. These predictions further confounded investigators. Was it all an elaborate ruse, or was there some truth to his outlandish claims? The legal proceedings against Carlssin took an unexpected turn when he suddenly disappeared. According to reports, he was released on bail, a fact that remains contested as no official records confirm who paid the bail, and subsequently vanished without a trace. Attempts to locate him proved futile. It was as if he had never existed. The disappearance only deepened the enigma. Some theorists suggested that Carlssin had managed to return to his own time, using whatever technology had originally brought him to the 21st century. Others believed he had been erased by powerful entities who wanted to suppress the truth about time travel. Skeptics, however, argued that the entire story was either a hoax or a misreported event that spiraled out of control in the media. The legacy of Andrew Carlssin remains one of the most peculiar stories in modern folklore. Over the years, various attempts have been made to uncover the truth behind his claims. Some have pointed to inconsistencies in the reporting of the case, suggesting that it may have been an urban legend or a fabrication by tabloids. The original story is said to have been published by Weekly World News, a satirical publication known for its outlandish headlines, which cast doubt on its authenticity. Yet, the story's persistence in popular culture and its alignment with ongoing debates about time travel and advanced technologies have kept it alive. For believers, Carlson's tale is a tantalizing glimpse into possibilities that challenge our understanding of time and reality. They argue that his disappearance is consistent with his claim of being a time traveler, as someone from the future would logically have the means to leave this timeline. Others point to the lack of concrete evidence, no photographs, no court documents, and no verified witnesses, as proof that the story was either exaggerated or entirely fictional. Despite the lack of verifiable evidence, the story of Andrew Carlssin continues to inspire curiosity and speculation. It serves as a modern myth, a narrative that speaks to humanity's fascination with the unknown and the possibility of bending the rules of time. Whether Carlssin was a genuine time traveler, a con artist with an elaborate alibi, or the creation of an overactive imagination, his story endures as a reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. To this day, occasional reports surface of people claiming to have encountered Carlssin or spotted him in obscure locations, but none have been substantiated. In online forums and conspiracy theory circles, his name remains a topic of debate. Some argue that if time travel is indeed possible, Carlson's story would align with the chaotic nature of such an invention. They suggest that his appearance might be one of countless anomalies caused by individuals slipping through the cracks of time. In popular culture, Carlson's tale has inspired numerous adaptations in books, films, and television shows exploring themes of temporal manipulation and its consequences. His story serves as a speculative playground for those intrigued by the possibilities of time travel, blending mystery, science fiction, and the ever-present human desire to explore the unknown. Whether he was a visionary, a fraud, or simply a figment of creative storytelling, Andrew Carlson's enigmatic presence continues to captivate the imagination. It is a tale that, true or not, beckons us to question the boundaries of our understanding and consider what might be possible if time were no longer a barrier.